It is said that prostitution is the oldest vocation in the world. However, in the United States, it still remains an illegal activity. However, overseas, they have actually made prostitution a legitimate business. When you think of the word prostitute, the first thing that comes to mind is your streetwalker. Low-cut tops, short skirts, stiletto heels, walking up and down a strip or a street or hanging out on a street corner, waiting for the John to stop, offer, find out how much. However, the sad part about that is the fact that the pimps that actually set up some of the jobs for some of the prostitutes and everything, they are actually the ones that are making more of the money. The prostitute is the one that's actually taking all the risk because she is the one that will be arrested if caught, for the simple reason that she is having sex and being paid for it, whether it be money or some other way. Another one would be your escort services. You don't think of them as being prostitutes, but actually that's the same thing. They just don't walk up and down the streets. They actually have madams and all that will actually set up their clienteles for them. You'll actually find them in some of the big penthouses in New York, Hollywood, anywhere across the world. Over 1 million people in the United States have actually been a prostitute at one time in their life. Over 50% of every man in the United States has been with a prostitute at some point in time. 70% of all inmates, women inmates in the county jails or regional jails across the states have actually been a prostitute or arrested for prostitution. But what I find interesting is that only 3 to 5% of sexually transmitted diseases are actually associated with prostitution. I believe that one of the benefits of legalizing prostitution would be for law enforcement, health care, and also for the economy. For the law enforcement, they spend so much time actually trying to catch the prostitutes or even their pimps, but I believe that money could be better spent. You have people that are out there exploiting children. You also have pedophiles. You have rapists. You have bank robbers. You have people that basically will murder for any reason at all. I believe these are the people that the police should be going after, and using our money that is set aside for law enforcement should be put to a better use. For the economy, they should be able to pay taxes. If they pay taxes, it would help the economic growth, and it seems that the recession that we are in. It's a multi-billion-dollar business that basically walks away with all their money year after year and not pay anything, whereas the regular working class, we are constantly paying and paying and paying. So therefore, if they want to be a legitimized business, why not let them be one, and why not let them pay the taxes like the rest of us? For health care, I believe if they were paying into the health care system, it would actually benefit all of us, not just the person that's the prostitute, but for the average working person. The premiums and everything seem to go up year after year after year. You have so many people now that cannot even afford health insurance. By maybe having the pornographic, or I should say the prostitutions, legitimized, then they would be able to pay into the health care system just like the rest of us do. One good thing about legitimizing it would actually help some of the prostitutes and some of the women that choose to do this. They would not have to have the pimps, where they are at times brutalized and beat by their own pimps. They would be able to be self-employed. They wouldn't have to have someone else, but they could actually go out, actively seek employment, or who they would like their customers to be, or who they should be. Also, it would also be a means to an end for some of your exotic dancers. You find that a lot of them actually want to be lawyers, doctors, they're in school, law school, and this is how they have found that they are actually able to pay for schooling. It's because it's big money, they're paid quite a bit of money, so therefore it does help them in the long run. But not only help them in the long run, it actually helps all of us. So therefore I feel that prostitution should be a legalized business so that they can also have the benefits that we do, but that they can also help the rest of us.